Okay, so we'll start off standing, feet slightly wider than shoulder width apart, and we'll inhale, raising both hands up over your head. And then exhale, dropping your right hand down by your side, sliding your right hand over your, left hand over your shoulder, right hand down your leg. You're gonna reach that left arm over. You can wiggle your fingers and kind of roll your left shoulder blade back so your heart looks up towards the ceiling. And then on the exhale, squeezing back up, bring both hands up to the sky. And then dropping your left hand down by your side, sliding your right arm over your body. So you're getting that good stretch all the way down through your ribs, rolling your right shoulder blade back, taking a deep breath. On the exhale, coming back up. And then both hands go floating all the way down towards the ground into an easy forward fold. So just letting your head hang down loose. You can swish your arms from side to side. You can shake your head. You can wiggle your butt all around. You can kind of do whatever you need to do to make this stretch. If you're in the New York area, then it's morning time. If you're in Scotland, it's good afternoon stretch. So bend at the knees, curling all the way back up to standing. Inhale, raising both hands up over your head. Exhale, hands down by your sides. So we're going to start off just kind of getting things moving with an alternating forward lunge with an alternate toe touch. So reaching forward, reaching for that opposite toe, come up with your hand over your head. We're going to do this 20 times. So just counting out at your own pace, 20 forward lunges with an alternate toe touch. You can make this movement as big and as fabulous and as crazy as you want. If you're in a room by yourself, try and take up the whole room. If you're in a room with other people, try and scare them away with your awesomely huge exercises. And then whenever you get to 20, you get to 20. I'm not counting, to be honest, so I'm just going to watch Timothy. When she gets to 20, she doesn't know when she's going to get to 20 yet. I think I'm getting pretty close to 20. 18, I'm just kidding, I was counting. 19 and 20. Cool. From here, we're going to go into a walkout to a push-up. So we're going to go for 10 of these. Inhale, raising both hands up. Exhale, fold over at the waist into a forward fold. Walk yourself out into your push-up. And then walk yourself all the way back up to standing, keeping your legs as straight as can be. And then coming all the way back up. So we're going for 10 of those. If you need to do the push-up on your knees, you can always go for that. So you walk out into your plank, drop to your knees, do your push-up, and then come all the way back up. Both variations are totally fine. This is more about stretching out your hamstrings and your back and getting kind of moving in a functionally kind of way. Six. 7. 8. 9. One more. Is 10. Great. When you give yourself a clap overhead, it's a self high five. So we're going to do a lateral lunge going from side to side. So stepping out, as deep as you can until you feel stretch on your inner thigh, and then come back to center. We're going to do this 20 times total. Just go at your own pace. Hands can do whatever they want. You can clasp your hands in front of you like you're praying, oh, please, God, let these silent lunches be over. Or you can bring your hands out in front of you like you're getting ready to wrestle somebody. Or you can do hands on your hips. I call this the executive. Jim, I hope you're doing them like this. Good. As we get close to 20, keep going as deep as you can at the bottom. One more to go, and that's 20 for me. Hope that's 20 for all of you too, but who knows, right? Okay, so we're going to do a set of push-up, opening out to the side into a side plank. We're going to go for 20 of these. Jimmy, if you want to do these guys on your knees, you can, no offense, but if you want to do them on your toes, you can do them too, but on your knees, you do a push-up, and then open one arm out to the side, and then the other arm out to the side. If you're doing them on your toes, it's the same deal, only more of a twist, okay? So start whenever you're ready. We're gonna go for 20 of these. You can even start on your toes and transition to your knees, but going for 20, push up to side plank. $18, $19, and $20. Woo! Cool. Those are fun. Everybody likes those. Next exercise, we're going to come into reverse lunge with a straight leg kick. So left arm is out in front of you, right leg goes back. Lunge and then kick. We're going to do 15 on each side. Once you finish a set of 15, just switch sides. Right arm out in front of you, left leg goes back. $13, 14, 15. Cool. Once you're done with those, we're going to come back to the floor. We're going to do a set of 20 push-ups. Push-up to shoulder tap. Again, these can be started out on your toes and then transition to your knees. But essentially what goes down is something like this. So you do your push-up, come up, tap your opposite shoulder without your body rolling open to the side. So you're keeping your hips square off to the floor, okay? Going for 20, start whenever you're ready. 2, 3, 4, 5, Cool. Then once you finish the 20, give yourself a little pat on the back because you're awesome. We're going to do 2 more warm-up exercises. So single leg squats. So raising the right leg up behind you, and then reaching right hand down towards your left toes. Come back up 15 times on each leg. As you get up to the top, squeeze your butt so your hips come forwards, and you finish really tall. Once you finish set of 15, switch sides. So stand on your right leg, left foot comes up behind you. And then with your left hand reaching down towards your left toes 15 times. As you come back up to standing, finishing tall and proud. If you find balance is kind of tricky here, focus your gaze on something that doesn't move. Cool. Once you finish that, rest for like 2 seconds. We're going to do our last warm-up exercise, which is going to be a set of diamond push-ups. So index fingers and thumbs are touching each other. Going down to the ground, we're going to go for 10 of these. Again, you can start on your toes if you need to drop your knees at any point. All right, you got it. So hands close together, going for 10. Think about going down slow and then coming up very quickly. Great. Once you finish that set of 10, you can rest for about 60 seconds. Then we'll begin our first superset. So today we're going to be focusing on power, endurance, and core for each superset. So we're going to start off with a power movement, and then an endurance movement, and then a core segment. And we lost Dimity. Okay, so for the power movement, we're going to come to squat jumps. Okay, so squatting down deep, hands can go back behind if you want to, and then coming up, hands over your head. All right, we're going to go for 15 of those. Squatting deep, coming up strong, and landing soft. Cool. Once you finish your, 15 of those will come to endurance. So alternating forward lunge, going for a set of 20. Think about getting your back knee low down to the ground. And then pushing hard off the front foot to come back up. Once you finish a set of 20, we're going to take it down to the ground and come to a set of mountain climbers. So for the mountain climbers, we hold a plank. And we're going to bring a knee to elbow. So like you're running in place. We're going to go for a set of 30 of these total. So it looks like this. 1, 2, 3, but you can do them as fast as you want. Counting out 30. Once you finish 30 mountain climbers, come back up, rest for about 60 seconds. All right, and we'll get ready for our next set of squat jumps. So going for 15, and if as you're doing these, you're like, jumping is kind of hurting my knees, you can come up, finish on your toes. So your feet don't have to leave the ground, but we're still swinging your arms up over your head to create that momentum. But ideally, feet leave the floor. Going for 15, start whenever you're ready. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 10, 13, 14, 15. Cool. Once you finish that set of 15, come into alternating forward lunges. Total set of 20. Going big, going deep. Try to get your back knee low down to the ground and push hard off that front foot to come back up. And then once you finish up your set of 20, take it down to the ground for a set of 30 mountain climbers. The mountain to nowhere. All right, remember these can be done as fast or as slow as you want. We're going to count out 30. Elbow to knee. 1. Cool, once you're done with that, rest for about 60 seconds, and then we'll start our next superset. Okay, so staying in the same vein of power, endurance, and core, we're going to start off with a lateral jump. So jumping side to side. And I know it's 100 degrees here in the Northeast. It's still summertime, but never too early to start training for ski season. So it might be too early to start training for ski season. Okay, so we're gonna do lateral jumps side to side. So same deal with the straight up and down jumps. Hands go behind you, you jump up, land soft. I'm gonna go for 20 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Cool. Woo. So now the endurance component is going to be a lateral lunge with an overhead extension. So stepping out, top arm reaches, come back to center, other direction. So going for 20 of these. 15, 16, 17, 18. Cool. Great. Core component, we're going to come to crab kicks. Or buddy of mine, Drew, saw my Instagram post the other day. He thought I said crab cakes. So I kind of like that better. So you sit on the ground, fingers are facing back behind you, butt's floating off the floor, touching opposite toe. Going for 20 of these. Cool. Once we're done with those, rest for about 60 seconds. And then we'll do that superset one more time. Okay, in 15 seconds, we're going to start off with the lateral jumps. So really feel free to use those arms for momentum, but also feel free to bend your knees at the bottom so you're landing really soft and quiet. Gym, especially for you, your downstairs neighbors probably love boot camp day. Okay, so ready, set, go. Going 20 jumps side to side. Let's get your heart rate up. Okay, now endurance. Lateral lunge, reach your hand over your head, come back up to center, switch sides, 20 times. And 20. Woo. Once we're done with those, we'll come down to the ground, last set of crab cakes. Because they're delicious. All right, so butt floats up off the air, in the air, touching opposite toe, 20 times. Cool. Once you finish at 20, you can stop, rest for a second. If you have a pad or a yoga mat, it's time to get it. Okie dokie. So we're going to come on to your forearms, and we're going to go from low plank to a high plank. So last two supersets were pretty much all lower body. We did a big upper body warm up. We're going to do a kind of a big upper body cool down. So On your forearms, with your feet spread wide, you're gonna hold a really strong plank, push yourself up into a high plank, and then come all the way back down. And then the other hand comes up. We're gonna go for 20 of these total. Go at your own pace, just so long as you're alternating which arm is pushing you up. Eleven, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19. Ugh. Cool. Once you finish up that set, we'll come to laying down flat on your back. All right, so what we're gonna do is bring your elbows to your knees, so you're actually making contact, okay? From here, we're gonna extend your left arm and left leg out until it's fully extended, come back to center, and then switch sides. We're gonna do this 20 times. Alternating which side you're doing. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, those are good. Okay. Dimon, you must have done those fast. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to rest on your side, and we're going to come into rib rakes. Dimon, you probably remember these from yoga camp. So you come up into side plank. Top arm is like a rake underneath you. Come up with your hand over your shoulder. We're going to do that 10 times on each side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Once you finish your 10, switch sides. Same thing on the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cool. Once we're done with those, you can lay flat on your back. So we're going to come to a leg lift and then a vertical hip raise. So it's not swinging your legs up until your butt leaves the floor. It's swing your legs up and then kick your butt up off the floor. So that's one. And see how I'm separating the exercises? So it's a leg lift and then a vertical hip raise. Let's go for 10 of these. That's a realistic number. 3, 4, 5, 6, 11, 8, Okay, and then we're gonna do one more exercise today. So we're gonna lift up your legs, creating a tabletop with your shins. You're gonna cross your wrists and then press your thighs into your hands for 30 seconds. So you're doing a strong isometric contraction, starting in 3, 2, 1, and pushing away. And this is one where you can totally fake it, make it look just as easy as possible, like I'm doing right now. Or you can actually press your knees into your hands. So your lower abs really start to work. We got 10 seconds left. Good, strong pushing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release to come out. Cool. So sit on your butt with your legs out in front of you. I'm gonna slide the meat out of the way. Inhale, raising both hands up over your head. Exhale to fold into a forward fold. Just let your forehead drop down towards your knees and take in a few deep breaths. We'll hold here for about 10 long, slow, deep breaths. Once you finish up your 10th breath, reach your fingertips forwards, come all the way back up, on back down, and we'll come onto your knees on your right knee with your left foot out in front of you. Just give a little pulse front and back to stretch out your right hip flexor. If this feels good, you want to take a step further, reach both hands up. We're going to take it one step further. We'll drop your left hand down and slide your left hand down towards the floor. Come back up towards center. And then we're going to send your butt all the way back down towards your heel. Stretch out your hamstring. And then pull yourself forwards, coming all the way back up and switching knees. So on your left knee, right leg is out in front of you. Give a little pulse, stretch out your left hip flexor. That feels good. Take a step further, bring both hands up. We're going to take one more step, drop your right hand down by your slide, and slide that right hand down towards the floor, reaching your left arm over your body. Come back on up towards center. We're going to send your butt down towards your heels, straightening your front leg. And coming on back up, all the way to standing. Great. That's it. I just had to finish the standing for the hell of it. Do a little happy dance. You guys are all done. You did a great job. Happy Monday to you all. Sorry to do this whole thing.